So Kim Davis works for the state. Her money is taxpayer money, and you have to abide by the laws. Now, if you believe in a different law, that's fine, but maybe your citizenship of a country should be questioned. I think that if you choose church over state, you no longer should be allowed to be a citizen of that state. I think that's the level that we should take it to. On that, I mean, also, like, I believe in free will, and I believe that laws do need to be questioned for a variety of reasons, even reasons I don't agree with. I think the notoriety and the popularity that she has received is very uniquely American and dangerous, but also very superficial. I think this is a shallow, like, kind of hysterical bubble that overtakes the spectacle of American society for a while, and then almost because of how superficial it is, it spikes up like a sugar high from eating candy and then dissolves. So I think in general most people will just recognize that, like, oh great, another insane fundamentalist Christian person being a lunatic, instead of looking at possibly the scarier reasoning behind it. But it's also, this is an interesting aspect of the digital age and culture, is it now has a lot of people talking about, well, let's see what we can do to live by these biblical laws that these self-righteous bigots claim to be living by that inform their choices. So people go through the whole book of Leviticus in the Old Testament and try to live by all of the insane laws. Like, if your brother dies, you automatically are married to his wife, your former sister-in-law. If you're caught eating a certain kind of fish on a certain holy day, you get stoned to death. Like, all of these other savage, primitive, and clueless ideas. And, you know, if this woman is really ascribing her conscience and her fealty to the church over the state, then perhaps they should completely live by the letter of this religious law instead of cherry-picking these ideas. But in general, I do think it's people's right, even if I don't agree with what they're doing, to make a conscientious objection, you know? And that's kind of an American idea, like that sense of, like, their free speech to be fucking horrible, evil-ass people protects my free speech to combat them and to also put through progressive ideas. So, and that's one of the weird contradictions of American life. I think she should be fired. I think she should be reviled, and she is, you know. But I think it's a strange thing she's being made into a hero, because she seems like a pretty awful, ignorant person, you know. But all of those things will be exposed as well. So I don't know. It's hard to have a concrete opinion about it. I think if she was a lawmaker, on the other hand, this would be a different conversation. But she's a clerk, and she refused to give people marriage licenses. But the clerk next to her will give people the marriage licenses and keep his or her job. So, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of I don't think it takes a lot of bravery to do it. I think it's an incredibly mean-spirited and ignorant act. But it's her right.